What's going on, everybody? It's your Route 1 Encounter, Yubari Schmeargle today. And we're going to talk about this shit. And I know you've seen this shit. I think I start every one of these drawing videos with, let's talk about this shit, alright? But we got, so they confirmed new Thundercats. And I'm going to start off by saying I don't give a fuck about Thundercats, but this is an art video. And with me, joining me today is, unfortunately, is Ursus Bear Ramage.
Hello.
Hello. So this is a weird video. This isn't actually to talk about off-model, because we can talk about how here's old Thundercats, which looks fucking... I mean, I don't really care for it, but it still looks radical. At least this artwork does. New Thundercats, which is a little too, like, bishy anime for my taste, but that's fine. It's still Thundercats. And then there's Steven Universe. And,
you lost the game.
Oh, whoops. I forgot all about it, because it was impossible not to.
The game was whoever mentions Steven Universe first loses.
I'm going to complain about a couple tweets real quick. People saying that you can't judge it based off... You can't just judge it because you haven't seen it yet. And as Ursus just mentioned to me, this is promotional art. The purpose of this art is for us to form an opinion off of the thing that we are supposed to be viewing in the future. And I know it's for kids, but fuck you.
Thundercats ain't for kids.
Yeah, because Chitara's titties are all over the screen.
It's true.
And then what was the other thing? People saying like, where was it? People saying, oh yeah, no, it's for kids. And they tried remaking it with the anime one before, and people didn't want to watch it. And it's like, yeah, okay, so let's give it another shot with an IP that people are clearly passionate about, and just make it worse. But anyway, this is not the point of the video. This arm is the only reason I'm making this video, because I'm just like, see, I'm an artist, right? And I'm not the best artist. I'm like kind of trash, honestly, but I have some self-respect, and if I were getting paid for something, I'll just leave it at that. If I were getting paid for something.
Now, is that from a video, or is that from
this is from the fucking YouTube video where he comes out and says, "Hey, I'm Lion-O," in his like generic new cartoon voice, and he says, "This is my magic sword," and when he pulls it up, this is like the fucking Twitter still of that trailer is this image, and I'm like, it doesn't matter if this is an in-between frame. Somebody drew this. Somebody fucking drew this, and I can't fucking stand it.
I was gonna say, if that was in promotional art, then that's unacceptable.
I mean, because I get, like, there's that whole thing where it's like people like to pull in between frames out from Dragon Ball episodes and go like, oh, look how bad it looks. But that's not what this is. Somebody drew this. This isn't like somebody fucked up Goku's eyebrow proportions or whatever. This is not how you draw a hand. And I can't find my fucking erase button because I'm so mad. And yes, I'm mad about a fucking children's cartoon.
Can you scroll over to the promotional art of Lion-O?
This promo art?
No.
Or this promo art? Wait.
The other one.
This one?
Yes.
What?
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. He does have 5 fingers there, and he has 3 on that sword.
Well, no, because what you can't see here, what I tried to explain to you earlier, but clearly you did not understand.
Oh, his pinky.
It's his pinky
holding.
because you see, like, yeah, his pinky's got to be back here holding the sword, and the hilt is, of course, back here.
Yeah.
Because this is how... It's actually a kukri blade. Little known fact about the Sword of Omens, it is a kukri blade. I thought you were going to bring up the fact that his hair has, like, no form.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his hair is completely nonsense and, like, merges with his eyes. But whatever. You know, it's not important. That's not the point. The point of today's video is that, yeah, so you know what? They took another shot at fucking Thundercats. Sure. Why not? I'll tell you why not. Because you can save a lot of fucking trouble. You can save a lot of pissed off fanboys by just making a new thing. So what we're going to do today is, I'm going to only take like 15 minutes on this because I don't give a fuck. I'm just rambling and ranting. I'm going to make a fucking kids cartoon. And it's going to be really easy, and it's going to be better than fucking Thundercats. Alright, so we're starting off here with, and I probably should have looked up a picture of a pufferfish, right?
No, you don't need to.
Yeah, you're right. So we're going to start off with, we're making Puffer Pete, right?
If Steven Universe can't use reference sheets, then we don't have to.
Yeah, I don't even know what a pufferfish looks like, but we're going to go with Puffer Pete, right?
He's a circle.
He's a circle? Well, no.
Pufferfish are circles.
Yeah, well, this is his unpuffed form.
Oh, okay,
right?
So this is before he gets pissed off.
This is before he's pissed off. And he's got little Pokemon feet, because that's friendly shapes, right?
Yeah.
His little and fish don't got feet, so it just, give him feet, whatever. And he's got little round arms because he's a fish, right?
Make him hold the sword.
Those are his fins. Yeah, I was gonna give him a little sword. And so, and he's got a little happy mouth, right? Right? And he's got big old fish eyes, right? And that's a pretty standard, like, fucking cartoon OC, right? That's a pretty standard Twitter. And he's got little spikes. Sure, why not, right? Little spikes. Should we give him a shirt? Should he have some kind of shirt?
Nah,
just a little.
Give him pants.
Just a little naked fish. He's got his little belly shape. Yeah, we'll give him little pants.
Give him jeans, jorts.
If a fish wore jeans, how would he wear jeans? Like this or like this?
Like jorts.
Like jorts. So he's got little pants on, right? So there's Puffer Pete, and we'll give him a little sword, right? He's got a little sword.
Yeah.
And we'll make it a little we'll make it a fancy water sword, right?
Give it a trident at the end.
No, I'll give him a little cool pirate sword, right?
Give him a trident on his back.
Yeah.
Or on his other hand.
Oh no, his other hand will be a magic gauntlet.
Okay.
With a trident on it. Because you notice the theme here, Nick? You know who's got a magic gauntlet?
T. Hanos.
Yeah, T. Hanos. But also Lion-O has a magic gauntlet.
Oh, really?
And Lion-O has a magic sword. And so we got a magic sword and a magic gauntlet. Perfect. We have a little cartoon character made here, right? So Puffer Pete's whole deal is that Puffer Pete's from the ocean. But somehow a wizard shows up and teleports him out to a desert land, right? He lives in a desert village. There's a bunch of crazy cactus people and like fucking bugs and shit. Weird ass little cartoon friends, right? And so...
Is that Steve?
Yeah, that's... Hey, Steve! Hey, Steve! So the comedy from Puffer Pete comes from the fact that he's literally a fish out of water. And he doesn't get society outside of the sea. And so it leads to all kinds of wacky scenarios. And his villain... Oh, we gotta draw when he puffs up too. So Puffer Pete's other thing about Puffer Pete is that when he gets all excited and he gets into fight mode, right? He puffs up, right? And he's got his little sword here. And he's like super...
He's gigantic.
He's gigantic. and he's upset about it, too.
Give him angry eyebrows.
Yeah. And he's got his little feet. He's got angry eyebrows. So Puffer Pete's thing is that he's basically immune to damage when he's like this. And he's like super powerful, right? And when you hit him, instead of taking damage, he just bounces off the walls and he flies and hits you with his sharp skin. And it causes damage to his opponents, right? And so he's far more powerful in this form. But he's shy about it because he gets all fat and he's a little self-conscious. But in the end of the story, he realizes that he should be confident about himself and he should be proud of the things that make him unique, right? He's a very relatable character where sometimes we start off in life as little Puffer Pete, and then as we get older, we start eating worse, we get stressed out, we have a job we don't really care for, we start to eat a lot of Taco Bell instead of like foods that are good for us, and we start to gain a little weight, and so you start to feel a little bit worse about yourself, but at the end of the day, you have to accept, that there's things that make you special about you, right? You gotta love you. All right, so anyway, moving on, we gotta talk about Nick, come up with a name for the dragon enemy, right?
The dragon?
Yeah, so friends are around, but enemies are sharp, right? So
yes, we
have our villain of this series is going to be a dragonfly, right? But it's not just a dragonfly; it's a dragonfly dragon.
Oh.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, it's really creative. He's got the bug eyes and everything. He's big and scary, right?
Yes.
And then he's got his antenna, which are super cool. Got dragon antenna, right? And then he's got like, I don't know, we'll give him like a proper dragonfly body. So he's got dragonfly head, dragonfly body, and he's got his arms with big old scythe hands, maybe, right? Maybe some scythe hands. That sounds good to me. A big old scythe hands on this dragon. And then his body, we're gonna give him like a dragon tail that's gonna end with like one of those little weird, like stumpy dragonfly tails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got those little weird things back there. And then he's got like these big old bug legs. Bug legs, you know what I'm talking about? It's
Yes.
raining like fucking crazy hard out there. That's alright. It's alright because we're drawing a kids cartoon for kids, right? And we got his wings will be like dragonfly wings, but like have little weird dragon notches in them. Because that's, we're not just making a dragon here. We're making a dragonfly dragon. We're making it like a Lenny Kravitz kind of dragon.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Did you say a Lenny
Yeah.
Kravitz dragon?
Yeah, so we'll call this dragon Lenny.
Yes.
This is Lenny.
That's what we should call him.
This is this is Lenny the dragon, right?
Like a fucking dragonfly.
Like a fucking dragonfly. I'm gonna eat the sun. Yeah. So Lenny the dragonfly, and the plot is that he's gonna eat the sun. But Puffy Pete has made all kinds of new cactus friends in the fucking desert.
Is that a cactus?
That's a cactus.
Okay.
Look, I'll give him little quills.
Okay.
Little quills.
They relate because they're both...
Yeah, they relate because they're spiky and people don't understand them.
And the first episode is they compare spikes.
They compare spike. They're like, hey...
They have a contest.
Puffer Pete comes along a cactus trio, like the troop of cactars that are terrorizing that village in Final Fantasy XII. He comes along a troop of cacti, right? And they're being bullied by insects, by like, I don't know, what's a fucking weird ass desert bug? They're being bullied by dung beetles, right? And then the dung...
That's not a dung beetle.
This is a dung beetle, right?
Are those his legs?
Yeah.
No.
And he's angry, right?
That's a stag beetle.
No.
Okay.
It's a dung
He
beetle.
eats the doo-doo.
Yeah, he eats the poo-poo. So Puffer Pete comes along the cactus people, right?
Yes.
And then they're being bullied by dung beetles, and then Puffer Pete's like, "Hey, eat shit, dung beetles," and they're like,
slashes them with his sword and his gauntlet.
"Yeah," and they're like, "Hey, man, come on," and then just settle down. And so they leave him alone, and he befriends the cactus people. But then the cactus people tell him, "Oh no, Lenny Kravitz, the dragon, he's trying to eat the sun. He's the great devourer, right?" So then Puffer Pete makes his way up to Lenny Kravitz's tower, and he's about to fight him, right? But then the wizard who transported him from the sea to the desert, right? The evil wizard shows up, and the evil wizard has this little robe on, right? It's got a little robe.
Yes.
It looks like a mind flayer, but like.
But as a beetle.
But like, yeah, he's an antlion, right?
Oh, okay.
He's got a staff, so he burrows holes, right? That's his thing. Is he can escape quickly by burrowing holes, and he throws sand magic and shit. And he's a bad guy, right? And he's angry. So, what can we call him? We'll call him Lion-O, because he's Lion-O, because he's an antlion.
Leon Kennedy.
So, Leon Scott Kennedy. So Leon Scott Kennedy and Lenny Kravitz are working together to eat the sun and kill the cactus people. Because that's how, so that the bugs can take over. And Leon secretly wants to help the bugs take over because he eats ants, and he's trying to trick the ant people, because the ant people eat the cactus people, right? So the ant people have a feud with the cactus people. So Lenny Kravitz and Leon Scott Kennedy are trying to convince the ant people to help him defeat the cactus people, so that he can take over the world, and so there'll be more ants that he can then lure into his traps and eat, right? But Puffer Pete's got to put a stop to this shit, right? And so he's revealed to be the true villain. Should we make Puffer Pete a love interest?
Yes.
An angelfish? Or
yes.
Or should we go more non-conventional with it?
As long as it has eyelashes and lipstick so that you know it's a girl.
Yeah.
That's how you do cartoons.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to think that it's not a girl.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to give the impression that Puffer Pete could be a homosexable.
That wouldn't sell.
That would be bad for the rating. Kids
Yeah.
can't relate to homosexuals.
That's true. How are we supposed to explain to them?
How are we supposed to explain to our kids? You know,
the Puffer Pete. I'm not gonna finish.
Yeah.
that.
Okay, yeah. So we have the hot fish lady, right? And there she is. She's a hot fish lady. And well, we gotta go more generic shapes.
Give her the big hips.
Give her the
like
hips.
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah, and then we'll give her she got little stumpy feet and shit, whatever, right?
Yes.
She's an angelfish, right? And she got flowy hands. That's a flowy hand. There we go.
Give her the big
and
bap.
big ol' honkers.
Yeah.
So you know she's a female.
You have to give her lipstick and eyelashes.
And
though.
She's got the big thick eyelashes, right?
There you go.
She got the fuck me eyes, right? She's like, oh, Puffer Pete.
Yeah.
You're so sexy, Puffer Pete. There she is.
There you go.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, give her hair too.
Yeah, she got hair.
That's how you know.
She's got hair too. And then there'll be.
I fucking hate cartoons.
Yeah, I do too. So then. But I mean, she kind of looks like a sassy lady. I don't think Puffer Pete's the kind of guy to go with the sassy lady.
She's the Rouge the Bat type, like
yeah,
double operative.
She's the one that your parents tell you, like your royal family parents tell you have to marry this one. Yeah. But the one you really love is is
a bug person.
Is a shrimp. Is a shrimp that he's trying to get home to, right?
Yes.
Yes, and she's cute, and she's got a little schoolgirl fuku on.
Yeah.
Right. Right, a little schoolgirl thing, however the fuck you do that.
Yeah.
And she got a little skirt, little pleated skirt on our shrimp friend. And her name will be Homura, because
give her eyelashes.
Yeah, and then eyelashes.
You don't need lipstick if there's no mouth.
Yeah, well, she had.
You have to have eyelashes.
Dude, fucking come on. She has a mouth. Okay.
It's just under.
It well. It's just under. I'm gonna be so fucking mad if we're not actually recording. Okay, we are recording audio. Sick. Yeah, she has a mouth that's
we would upload it anyway without the audio.
Yeah. So we would just do post-com. And she's got her tail. And and she's not big and beautiful like Angela the angelfish, right? There's Anne the angelfish, but Homura the shrimp, she's what's best for our friend Puffer Pete with his magic sword. Let's call it the Leviathan blade. Yeah, that works. And then the
because it kills dragons.
And then the triumph fork.
Yes.
His gauntlet.
The triumph fork.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. So there's our characters, right? So that took us like, I don't know,
20 minutes.
How long did that take us? We've been recording for 16 minutes? Not even 20
really?
minutes. Yeah. And that's after me bitching about all this shit.
Which I completely forgot about.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at this new exciting cartoon.
Yeah, of Puffer.
That wasn't an existing IP before.
Yeah. And you know what? We can do this because Puffer Pete got teleported to the desert where he has to protect the cactus people from Kings of Leon so that the ant people don't take over and before Lenny Kravitz eats the sun. So, there can be a subplot back home where, like, maybe Puffer Pete's dad is the king, right, of their city or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then so we'll have like a Thor, like a not Thor Ragnarok the movie, but the original Thor Ragnarok, where like Thor's away from home and there's some guys trying to take over. So she's like doing dirty shit, right? She was his girlfriend when he left, but she's trying to do dirty shit, take over the kingdom, right? And then
Homer is a magical girl.
There's a side story where Homer has to protect home while Lenny's away. And he comes back and he's like, "Oh wow, Homer, you're so tough and cool and independent, and we didn't have to shove it down your throat because we just wrote your character like that. Instead of like telling people that you were a strong, independent female character, we just made you one. Instead of telling people that you were one. That's really cool, Homura." And then they both have their own separate adventures, alongside each other. And it's cool because you get some episodes underwater, you get some episodes in the desert. Kids don't want to see the same environment all the time, all day, every day, right? They also don't want to see whatever the fuck this is.
And, I sure don't.
And I don't want to see this. Don't want to see this. He put the boot. But yeah, it took us like less than 15 minutes to make semi a joke. Maybe?
You could make a cartoon out of that.
We could make a cartoon out of Puffer Pete. With his little pants on.
Just think of the fucking merchandise.
Oh, and there's an extra layer of embarrassment, too, because when Puffer Pete expands, his shorts rip off.
Oh.
And so when
his dicky comes out.
So after, yeah, he's got his little Shin-Chan dick. Oh, no, I can't. Hold on, YouTube will fucking flag my video. Yeah, he's got his little
Put a censor bar.
Yeah, put a censor bar. I'm not editing that. That's crazy. But yeah, so then after his first fight, when he realizes his true potential, then he has to panic because like all of his friends can see his wiener, right? And that shit's embarrassing.
It sure is.
And then later on, we have like a kill moment where he like defeats the final boss, right? He beats Leon and he like punches Lenny in the dick, right? And then he's standing there and all of his clothes are ripped off and he's shrunk back down to his normal form, right? And he's like too weak to get all big again. And he's standing there naked, and then Leon's like, "Haha, you're naked, idiot." He's like, "I don't care if I'm naked because my friends are more important." And then he fights with the strength he never knew he had outside of his puffed form. And he uses his inner courage to overcome the villain, Kings of Leon.
I think the main problem we have right here is that we have a goal.
Yeah.
So that this can end after a few seasons, which is that's not what networks
are. Oh, right. This is a sketch comedy. Never mind. So Homura and Anne and Puffer Pete live in an apartment together. And Pete has a magic dog that's made of rubber.
Well, actually, you know what?
And
like we can keep the rubber dog.
Yeah.
But I think if we just keep making enemies like Dragon Ball style and just keep going bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
then it'll work.
And he's got like a lemon friend.
Because just look at Dragon Ball. That shit's still going somehow.
He's got like a lemon.
Everyone loves that.
There's a lemon friend, and his lemon friend also has a sword.
Yeah.
And it's called like a sound. It's
Excalibur.
It's a sound sword. He's got a sound sword, right?
Okay.
And it shoots sound.
Like Raiden?
Yeah.
Yeah. It vibrates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got a catchphrase where he's like, "I don't like this." That's his catchphrase.
Yeah. Make a pickle character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's a pickle. There's a pickle who used to be a human, and then he teleported to the future or whatever. And he likes honey, so he's also got honey dripping out of his mouth, right?
Yeah.
He likes to drink honey.
Yeah.
And he's got like cool spiky hair, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like Goku.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Goku hair. Yeah, I think these are. I think
What's his name?
he's Pickle Pete.
Okay.
And Pickle Pete and Puffer Pete get together because they share the same name.
Fucking die.
Yeah, and see, but really, the whole thing about this, I think, what's really most important is it's about family.
Yeah, it's true.
It's about family. You know,
Him and Homura start their family.
Yeah.
Actually, the third season
Yeah.
is actually a time skip
Yeah.
for their kids.
Season 3 is the Boruto of Puffer Pete, where his
Puffer
child,
Pete 3 Third Strike.
where his child is a fish shrimp hybrid.
Oh God.
Yeah, so he's got the antenna.
Oh, it's
but-
a shrimp with spikes.
Yes, and
Holy
and
shit.
he's got spikes, right?
And he can explode.
Yeah, and he's also got shrimp legs
And he has a leather jacket, and he's a delinquent.
and fins, and he's got his leather jacket on, and he's like more of a Bancho type.
Now, is the rubber dog just the head, or
And then- Wait, what?
is the rubber dog?
Yeah, the rubber dog's just a head.
Okay.
He's kind of like those things in Kirby that when you try to suck them up, they turn evil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
That's
and then,
how he protects his home.
So then season 3 is Puffer Pete and Homura dealing with their son, who's a Bancho leader of a group of delinquents, and we'll name them like what Yosuke and Kuwabara and Bakura and Hiei.
Yeah.
And so that's his little Bancho
and
crew.
Dennis.
And
Add
Dennis.
another one.
Yeah, and Dennis. And so that's kind of his delinquent crew, right? And so it's a lot of like him who's now become, Pete who's become the leader of their village, and Homura, dealing with their son who's, I mean, he's kind of a what's the good word, a misanthrope? Like, he's kind of an outcast like Pete was back when he was young, so he can relate to him, but Pete doesn't understand that dad has been through what he's going through. And so it's a lot, it's a fatherly story, and it's really about
family.
It's really about family. So that's my pitch. Cartoon Network, if you're looking to pick up a new show when this one inevitably fails, this thing's gonna do fucking great.
No, it's not going to do great because nobody's going to be able to watch it because Teen Titans Go is going to take its time slot.
Oh, you're right. How are we
supposed to watch it when Teen Titans Go has hour-long, weekend-long marathons?
I can't wait for the edgy Zack Snyder Thundercats movie.
Oh, God. Don't say that. Oh, no.